welcome to today's demonstration on Plan Compare One's Medicare Retention Suite. Before we get started, let's define ConnectYourDRX's approach to Medicare retention. Plan Compare One retention sites are designed to protect memberships as well as brands. Our retention sites offer a personalized shopping experience for members who may be at risk of plan switching, enable carriers with the ability to communicate plan changes and terminations, and helps keep new retirees loyal to brands when transitioning from commercial insurance to Medicare. We support agents by offering your members a seamless shopping experience with personalized messaging and cost estimate transparency. How we achieve this is by preloading member data onto the platform with a member's eligibility file. For today's demo, let's look at some of the most common use cases for retention. From the consumer's perspective, our retention sites can be distributed directly to that beneficiary. As you can see, a PIN number is required, which will be unique and is part of that member eligibility file for that specific member. Their date of birth would be provided, and they would check off to agree to the use of personal information. Then they can select Get Started. One of the most common use cases are plan changes. This is where a member is currently enrolled in a plan which is offered next year. The information we use to display in these examples is through that member eligibility file. This is where it's going to collect current Medicare plan information. The member eligibility file will pre-populate the beneficiary's profile in the retention site. This file includes things like beneficiary demographic information, the agent of record, as well as the option to include the current Medicare plan that beneficiary is enrolled in. This file also contains a unique personal identification number known as their PIN, which we saw earlier upon login to the retention site. This is for use for each beneficiary, which will be used to securely access their retention site experience. As you can see, the beneficiary's current as well as next year plan is available and displayed next to the next lowest cost plan on the right. We can also see the total estimated annual cost, Medicare star ratings, monthly plan premiums, as well as all that preferences information related to scripts, pharmacy, and estimated drug cost. Further down the site, we can click to compare these plans from the consumer experience, shop all available plans, or we can look at specific plan details or keep specific plans or add a new plan to cart over on the right. At the bottom of our retention sites are further definitions of all coverage types that are available to members. Another common use case is plan termination. This use case is where a member is currently enrolled in a plan that is not offered the following year. The beneficiary will see their current plan displayed on that summary page with text that's indicating that their current plan is not going to be available next year. The second and third plans that will display will show the lowest total annual cost plan of the same plan type. To support the member's decision-making process, these plans can also be compared by selecting the Compare button. The next common use case is age-in or retiree transition. Clients can also use retention sites beyond AEP to support age-in campaigns. In this use case, there wouldn't be a current plan loaded for a new to Medicare member turning 65, but the default display will show the lowest total annual cost plans from left to right on the summary page. In this last example, this is a use case of client-defined plan options. In this example, clients can direct their beneficiaries to plans that are different than the previous ones their members enrolled in. Remember that all of the use cases we discussed previously can also be applied in this model. Upon a beneficiary's authentication of the retention site, they will see a current plan, if applicable, as well as up to 2 option plans displayed on the summary page. These plans can be compared, as we've seen in a previous workflow, if applicable for that beneficiary's site experience. Beneficiaries can view lower cost alternatives to current plans and see new plan alternatives should they discontinue a specific plan. This also creates shorter call handling times for members too, because this removes the pre qualification steps and questions and displays to the beneficiaries the most relevant and customized messaging to support that member's retention to your plans. This is particularly helpful in targeting any at risk members, which supports a simplified user experience and faster enrollment during AEP. This concludes our use case discussion and demo of our retention sites. Thank you so much for watching.